أرسله الله رحمة للعالمين فشرح به الصدور وأنار به العقول وفتح به أعينا عميا وآذانا صما وقلوبا غلفا. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد، نبدأ بالجواب للسؤال الذي سمعته: ما هي العقيقة؟ كما تعلمون اليوم عندنا عقيقة لأخونا دكتور سيف، قد رزقه الله عز وجل ببنت، نسأل الله عز وجل أن يجعلها من الصالحات. العقيقة هي الذبيحة التي تذبح بعد 7 يوم من الولادة للمولود الجديد. العقيقة هي الذبيحة التي تذبح عن المولود الجديد بعد 7 أيام. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذه هي العقيقة. وللولد شاتان وللبنت شات. وقد يسأل أو سئلنا لماذا لم يكن مساواة بين البنت والولد؟ لماذا للولد شاتان وللبنت شات واحد؟ أنا أرجو ممن يتكلم أو يفهم اللغة العربية ينتبه، ثم إن شاء الله ننتقل إلى الترجمة. الولد عندما يولد فالوالد أو الوالدين يهتمان به أشد الاهتمام إلى أن يكبر. فإذا كبر له ثمرة، يكون في عون الوالدين ويكون في جنب والده في كل المشقات، ويكون في عونهم طيلة حياته. ولو تزوج فمن واجبه أن ينفق عليهما وأن يبرهما إلى أن حتى لو بعد الموت، فبر الوالدين يجري حتى بعد الموت. ولكن البنت عندما تكبر تخرج من البيت تخدم غيرهما، فهم يتعبان عليها إلى أن تكبر ثم تخرج من البيت وتخدم غيرهما، تخدم الزوج. بل شرع الله تبارك وتعالى لها ألا يخرج من بيت زوجها لزيارة الوالدين إلا بإذن الزوج. فلذلك ليس عليها نفقة وليس عليها مشقة وليس عليها حق مثل الولد. والولد عليه أن بعد أن يكبر أن يقوم بخدمتهما ولو بعد الزواج، بل يقدم حقهما على أولاده وعلى زوجته وعلى سائر الناس إلى أن يبقى معهما. لذلك شاتان للولد وشات للبنت. هذا باختصار طبعا. Brothers, I'm sorry, we have I got a question. What's meaning of Aqeeqah? So I answered in Arabic and then inshallah I try to translate. Aqeeqah in Arabic, there's an animal. After someone have a new baby, he slaughter animal 1 or 2. And the 7th day, after 7 days, the baby born. After 7 days, it's from the Sunnah. In 4 madhab, جمهور العلماء الحنفية والمالكية والشافعية والحنابلة The majority of the scholars, they said, is a sunnah mu'akkada. There is some, they said, is wajib because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, كل مولود مرهون بعقيقته. So but the majority, they said, is a sunnah. You should not leave it off because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, every newborn, like he's in jail until you slaughter the animal for him. Then he will be free. So Aqeeqah, you after the seventh days after the newborn, which is today was the seventh. Abu Maryam, Dr. Saif, he had a baby last week. So Friday was the seventh. So it's been 7 days. So today he made Aqeeqah. He slaughtered a lamb for his baby. And then so from the sunnah to slaughter the animal, and then the way you able to give it to the people, you give it to the people, you eat from it. But the sunnah to do it in the 7 days. And then from the sunnah also to name the baby in the 7 days. But now we cannot apply the sunnah because you have to, after the first day, you have to give them the name. There's a registration and you have to put the name in the paper. So anyway, and also you shave the head of the baby on the 7th day. Shaving also. Some scholars, they said, not for the girl, only for the boy. Some of them, they said it's for all. But we're not talking about the different, statements of the scholars. So this is the meaning of Aqeeqah. And then, I don't know if I go Arabic and English, I think it's going to take too long. But I try, inshallah, to mention the proofs in Arabic and just go with the English because I don't want to make it too long. الحقيقة البنت نعمة أو البنات نعمة من الله تبارك وتعالى.
أنت بالإنجليزي ما قلت ليش اثنين للولد طرفان.
Okay. He said he not translate Malik. He said he not translate the part why we slaughter for a boy 2 lambs and for a girl 1. This is from the Sunnah. If you have a girl, you slaughter 1 animal. If you have a boy, you slaughter 2 animals. Why? What's the difference? The difference because if you have a boy, you taking care of your boy until grow up, and then he's helping you. Is obligation upon him to take care of his parents. Even if he got married, he have to give the right of the parents, put the right of the parents before the kids, before his wife. So the right of the parents for the boy will be before his kids, before his wife, until he died. But for the girl, as soon as she grow up, she married, she's taking care of somebody else. And then from the Sunnah, she cannot leave the house, even going visiting her parents with the permission of her husband. So this is the reason, because she have no expenses, she's not taking care of bills, and the boy, even after marriage, he have to take care of his parents. So it's obligation upon him to take care of his parents. So the girl doesn't have this. And then also inheriting for the boy is 2, for the girl is 1. Same thing. Why? Because, like for example, if the father passed away and he left $3,000, for example. So he have a daughter and have a boy. So 2,000 going to the boy and 1,000 going to the girl. And then also people ask why? Why not 50-50? Because when the girl take 1,000, she free with her money. No one can take her money, and it's not upon her to spend it for no one. She's free. But the boy, he have to take care of the expenses even of her sister. He have to take care of the bills. He have to take care of the rent. He have to take care of the expenses even for her sister in the house. And she's taking 1,000, and nobody can ask, what are you doing with your money? She's free. She's not spending. She's not doing anything. So I think if we look at it, then we know why for the boys too. I think, I should mention this story. This has happened with myself. It was a lady, she came, she used to be manager of Bank of America on North End and Portland. Portland, right? Near to a hospital. Okay. She used to be a manager of Bank of America. She came to me, she said, I have questions. And one of the questions, this was about this point. Why in Islam they not give right to the girl same as they give it to the boy? And then, so I mentioned to you why, but also I told her, I said, pretend you are a manager over there, pretend I'm a worker over there, and the bank, they give us a vacation and they're giving us $3,000, for me and you for a vacation. Can we go together to California? Yes. I said, okay, I'm going to give you $2,000 and $1,000 for me. She said, no, let's make it 50-50. I said, no, I want you to understand why. But now I'm going to make it opposite, then you will understand very well. So, okay, I said, I give you $2,000, $1,000 for me. And then we're going to go for 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, doesn't matter. And then from the time we move, we leave the tickets, taxi, food, hotel, everything. You have to take care of everything, and I'm not going to touch my money. She said, this how can it happen? It's not going to be even enough for me. I said, now you have to understand. So the girl will take the 1,000, her money, she's free. Nobody can say spend it or why or such, but boy, he have to be responsible for all expenses. She said, truly, this is opposite what we understand. She's an American lady. She said that this is the way opposite than the way we understand. She said, I used to think women have less right. Now I see the boy is in trouble, and the girl, have fun. I said, so this is the situation. So I think you got it too, right? You got it too, right? Okay. So we have Islam honored women and Islam. Do you know in في الجاهلية أنا أعرف هناك من يعني من العرب يريدون اللغة العربية ولكن الوقت لا يسع. I know there are some people they want Arabic, but I know the time is not good, is not enough. But in Jahiliyyah, before Islam, maybe you're gonna hear something very strange, and maybe for the first time you hear it. Time of Jahiliyyah, some people they used to bury their daughters. I know you know about this. Some of them they used to bury their daughters alive. And some, if they keep their daughters, when she grow up, they have a flag, top of the house, and people know the flag. This flag showing there's a girl in this house, and free for the youth to come to sleep with her. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, they go, everyone go sleep with the girl. And then after that, if she got pregnant, they have to bring them back, and then they have them together, and they look at the baby. If he look like which one closer, they choose him as a father. They choose him as a father. Guys, I know you are laughing, but it's still this action today, probably tonight. Tonight is Saturday, right? Tonight, I think there's a show showing this kind of stuff. Same action, but a different way. DNA. Girl slept with different guys, and then no one accepting the child, and then they do DNA and bring them to the show. You know about it, right? They bring them to the show, and then it used to be, like reality. He looked like the child looked like which one? So you are a father. The DNA said it looked like you, so you are a father. So this is the same action, but a different way. This Jahiliyyah until today. So this is the time of Jahiliyyah. Islam came. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, لله ملك السماوات والأرض يخلق ما يشاء. لله ملك السماوات والأرض يخلق ما يشاء. يهب لمن يشاء من يحفظ الآية. يهب لمن يشاء إناثا ويهب لمن يشاء الذكور أو يزوجهم ذكرانا وإناثا ويجعل من يشاء عقيما. Look at the ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned a female before the male in the ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah, He owned the universe, the skies, earth. And then He created the one He wants. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then He said, Allah, He give. Allah, He give. Hiba is like a gift. He said, Allah said He give gift to the people. Female and female and male. So He mentioned the female before the male. So He put the female before the male. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. He said, Allah give you gifts, and then He mentioned first one is female. So this is in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, وَإِذَا بُشِّرَ أَحَدُهُمْ ظَلَّ وَجْهُهُ مُسْوَدًّا وَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ يَتَوَارَى مِنَ الْقَوْمِ مِنْ سُوءِ مَا بُشِّرَ بِهِ أَيُمْسِكُهُ عَلَى هُونٍ أَمْ يَدُسُّهُ فِي التُّرَابِ أَلَا سَاءَ مَا يَحْكُمُونَ. This is the time of Jahiliyyah. But Islam came, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for his daughter Fatima radiallahu anha. If she come to him, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he get up and then bring her clothes and make her to sit next to him, showing the respect for women. We have the woman, the mother have 3 rights before the father. قال من أحق الناس بحسن صحابتي يا رسول الله؟ قال أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال أمك. قال ثم من؟ قال أبوك. 3 مرات. Why? One right, she's carrying the baby. She's carrying the baby for 9 months in the stomach. And then the second right, the time she delivered the baby, nobody knows about the situation except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than her. How difficult. And then after that, she take care of the baby until today. Until today, my mom, she's scared about me. And this is the situation of the mothers. So that's why Islam honor the woman before the man. Honor the woman. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, إن الله حرم عليكم عقوق الأمهات ووضع البنات ومنع وهات. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Allah, He make it haram upon you عقوق الأمهات, to not be good to your parents. He make it to your mother. He make it haram upon you. If you're showing anything bad to your mother, he make it haram. He make it haram. And then also, he said, also he make it haram to bury your daughter. We just mentioned the ayah. In Jahiliyyah, they used to when someone have a baby, have a girl, he used to be very sad. And then he hide from the people. He hide from the people because he have daughter. And then after, he will keep her with humiliation or bury her alive. So this is used to be in Jahiliyyah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned, Allah make it haram upon the people to do that. Allah make it haram.
تشرح جاهلية للأمريكي.
Jahiliyyah, he said, explain what's Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah coming from Jahl, from ignorance, the time of ignorance. The time between Jesus, peace be upon him, between Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this time between them, they call him time of Jahiliyyah, the time of ignorance. Meaning there is no prophet, there is no messenger, people ignorant, doesn't know anything about right and wrong. Whatever they think, whatever they can do, they do it. Whatever they think is right, they do it. So there is, Jahiliyyah, meaning ignorant. People doesn't know anything and they do whatever they want. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He showed it. There's some people when they have a girl, they are very sad. They're showing very sad. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يخلق ما يشاء. He created the one He wants. He's the one. Some people give Him only daughters. There's a wisdom. Some people only give them boys. There's a wisdom. Some people, Allah give them boys and girls. There's some wisdom behind. And some people, they make them, they have no kids. They cannot have kids. And also there's a wisdom. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He distribute His risk. Whatever He have, He spread it between the people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, إن الله قسم الأرزاق بينكم. إن الله قسم الأرزاق بينكم. واتقوا الله وأجملوا في الطلب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He spread the ni'mah and rizq and provision for you, all of you. And then from the rizq also, from the provision, is the kids is also from the rizq Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He choose. And then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned, after he said, Allah make it haram upon you to be bad to your mother, and also He make it haram if you bury your daughter, and also He make it haram man'an wahat. Man'an wahat in Arabic language, meaning man'an, meaning He stop the right, He not give the right. Wahat, and then He just want to take even with batil, even with false. So Allah make it haram for you to not give the right. And also He make it haram upon you. You're looking for your right even from haram. Allah not allowed. Allah make it haram. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, وَكَرِهَ لَكُمْ ثَلَاث قِيلَ وَقَالَ وَكَثْرَةُ السُّؤَالِ وَإِضَاعَةِ الْمَالِ. Also, He prohibited for you three things. He prohibited for you three things. قِيلَ وَقَالَ. He said, she said. Just whatever you hear, you spread between the people. Whatever you hear from the people, you tell others. So this is prohibited. Make sure what you giving to the people is true. Because this character Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, بحسب امرئ من الكذب أن يحدث بكل ما سمع. It's enough for a person to call him a liar. If he hear anything, he spread it between the people without know this right or wrong. And this is one of the stuff which is in social media, copy paste. People, they don't know right or wrong, just sending. You send it to a person, the other one you send it to another one without look at it. Without look at it. I got something from a brother. I said, "When is this?" He sent it to me. He said, "Well, I don't know. Somebody sent it to me. I just sent it to you." I said, he said, but you see, you look at it and you're now telling me. I said, but maybe you sent it to others. He said, yes, I sent it to others too. So, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Allah, he prohibited for you to just, he said and she said and, spread, words without knowing right or wrong. And then also, كثرة السؤال. And you ask too much. Ask too much to the point, the questions doesn't make any sense. Imam Malik, Imam Dar al-Hijrah, rahimahullah, somebody, he was, ربما هناك مالكي جالس يريد أن يسمع القصة باللغة العربية. كان إمام مالك يدرس الطلاب فيسألونه ويجيب ويسألونه ويجيب وهناك شخص يسأله ويهمله ولا يجيبه ويسأله ولا يجيبه. قال يا إمام أنت تجيب كل الناس ولكن لا تجيب عن أسئلتي. قال لو كان لأسئلتك من المعنى لأجبته. He said, he was, people ask him questions and then, he answered the questions. There's a person who keep asking questions and Imam is ignoring his questions. And then he said, why you answering others, you not answer me? He said, if your questions make sense, I'll answer you too. So especially when the questions doesn't make sense, prohibited to ask questions which doesn't make sense. And you ask questions without thinking about the situation. Other hand, the questions need إنما شفاء العي السؤال. The curing of ignorance, how you can cure the ignorance with questions. You ask questions to cure the ignorance, meaning to remove the ignorance from yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know about something, ask the people of knowledge. So, meaning the questions doesn't make sense, and the questions is repeated. Like for example, we have some questions, maybe 10 to 15 questions about Ramadan. Every year, the same questions repeating. Every year, the same questions. Anyway, so the hadith said, also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he prohibited for you to waste your wealth, meaning not for right. Wasting is prohibited, and wasting بصورة عامة إن المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين. So the wasting is not allowed. That's why it's prohibited. So think about legislation, because every part of the hadith and part of the ayah is a legislation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the last thing I want to mention, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, من رزقه الله عز وجل من كان له 3 من البنات فصبر عليهن وأطعمهن وسقاهن وكساهن من جده كن له حجابا من النار يوم القيامة. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him 3 daughters and he take care of them and he have patience until they grow up and he's feeding them and he's giving them drink and then clothes, and then, min jiddihi, meaning, from halal and from his money, supporting them until they grow up. And the day of judgment, there will be a boundary between him and the hellfire. Meaning, there will be the boundary between him and the hellfire. Meaning, he's not going to go to the fire. There will be a boundary to protect him from the fire. So, I don't want to make it longer. If there's any question about the subject or about what we mentioned, you're free to ask, inshallah. I think we've been talking for like 30 minutes. There's any question?
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Su'al? Does anyone have a question? Anyone have an explanation? Suggestion? MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah.
You can ask question to them, to us.
Huh?
You can ask question to us.
Ask question. طيب سؤال، كم آية ذكرنا في هذا اللقاء؟ كم حديث؟ أو أشرنا إلى كم حديث؟ حبيبي.
English question in English. Maybe in English.
In English? Doesn't matter, English or Arabic, even in Kurdish. بارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خيرا وأرحمكم خيرا وزوجكم الله بكرا.